Have you ever went to a networking event and asked yourself, did I just waste all my time? Or worse, did I just spend my entire evening on the world's smallest cheese cubes? Hi, I'm Jana Henneman, and today we're talking about the networking equation. How to know if networking is worth your time and being able to equate it down into real numbers so you can decide for yourself. Here's the deal. We all want to network smarter, not harder. And why is that? Because your network is your net worth, according to Porter Gale. It's not about how many people you know, it's about having the right people know you. One valuable connection can open doors you didn't even know existed. At the same time, this is why it's called biz-sin-ness. Yes, I do value relationships. Yes, I do want to meet people, and having a variety of people in my network from various backgrounds can help me in my business, but I'm also there to make money. So where do you find that balance? Where do you find that fulcrum? So let's break down the networking equation. The networking equation is this: time spent plus money spent divided by the number of valuable connections made equals your networking ROI. So before we jump into this, how much is your time worth? What do you charge for your hourly rate? For example, let's say that you charge $80 an hour. You spend 2 hours at an event plus another 30 minutes driving to and from said event. That's 3 hours total. So right there, you've just invested $240 of your time. Now add the money bit. So what's the cost of admission? Food and drinks, gas that you put in, parking. Let's tack on another $80, and that's being generous. So now we're around $320. That's what this event has really cost you. Now let's say you leave the event and you've made 2 valuable connections. So if you plug that into the equation, you have 320 divided by 2 equals $160 per connection. So if one of those connections turns into a long-term referral partner, let's say your first deal with them, you make $500, then you've definitely come out on top. My ROI, or return on investment, is greater than what I put into it. But if neither connection goes anywhere, it may be time to rethink how you network. And what is a valuable connection anyway? It's not the person who hands you a business card and then disappears. It's someone who genuinely wants to build a professional relationship with you. They're excited to collaborate, they're ready to pass you referrals, you're excited to work with them, or y'all want to work together. They're people who understand the value of a mutual win, not just what they can get out of your relationship, and vice versa. And again, this is where the fulcrum comes in, and I love talking about the fulcrum. This is where effort meets reward, where the time, money, and energy you invest in networking actually balances out with the value that you get in return. To find this fulcrum, you need to be strategic. For me, I stopped going to random networking events a long time ago, and then I decided I was just going to throw my own. And I remember at the very first business mixer I ever threw, I met a gentleman, and he was kind of intimidating to me. He was very prim and proper, but I reached out anyway after the event and asked to have coffee with him, just so I could get to know him and his business. Years later, this man has passed me numerous referrals, and he's been a great center of influence, not just for me and my business, but I made a friend out of it as well. That's the power of intentional networking. It's not about going to every event that's on the calendar. It's about being picky, doing your homework, and focusing on professionals who can really move the needle for your business and vice versa. Yes, it's about building relationships. But again, we don't want to waste our time or our energy. So your challenge: start tracking the time and expenses you pay for every single networking event that you go to. Is your networking ROI paying off? Or do you need to change something? And again, the networking equation is this: time spent plus money spent divided by the number of valuable connections equals your event ROI. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to like, follow, and subscribe to our social channels. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a QR code where you can sign up for our newsletter. I'm Jana Henneman, and I will see you this time next week.